Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Sonoma, California, site to race number 14 of the NRSL Coconut Cup Series 2009 season. And alongside me once again is Stephen Paul III, and we should have had LaPlante with us. I just realized that. We'll fix that for the rest of the weekend.
Oh boy, hello guys. I'm still here, even though the hauler almost broke down in California.
Well, I realized that because he likes to join us for the road courses. So on the front row for this one is Paul Swanson and Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater grabbing the pole with a lap time of 1 minute 14.965. We have Brett Moment, James Qualls, row 2, Stephen Paul III, Brian James, row 3. We won't talk about his points because it's too obnoxious. Gene Sanford, Gary Yepes in row 4. Go through the rest of the grid here. I'll hand over to Stephen if he wants to talk now or not. I don't know.
I'll wait till the command's given.
Okay, well, with that then, let's go ahead and go trackside 4, the command to start engines for Duel 1.
Drivers, start your engines.
Command has been given, Stephen.
So big news, 36 car out of provisional starting in the back. Steve Paul crashed in qualifying. Being the pole sitter does not usually work, and if anybody who's noticed this channel, this is the first time we're using a different version of Sonoma at this on this channel, so can't wait to see the racing around here, and let's go green flag racing.
You'll see they still don't really have any of the problems with stacking up solved either, but pace car already off, field under control of the Pennzoil Chevy on the front row, and gonna look at the back. We are green for Duel 1. Did they make it back? Yes, they did.
Well, Steve Paul's getting a black flag.
The 09 did not go at all. Nope. No, it wasn't. Shouldn't have.
Because Steve Paul started last.
Well, he was supposed to. He didn't technically change lanes. They have made it so far work up the hill.
This is the dangerous part of the track you gotta keep in mind too. That's where you see a lot of the crashes.
And so far we are clean and green. So all good there. Fitzwater checking out at the front maybe. Qualls up to second. Swanson got the third. MoMA stayed fourth. Pollard hangs on to fifth. Should mention in this duel, the 57, 02, and 42 are all locked in.
Yeah, Brett Moma last year's winning here in a shock upset.
After Tim Randolph had some unfortunate pit lane issues.
Yeah, got LePage. Here we go. It's field starting to spread out a little bit.
Dive bomb it into turn 11 is the question, and doesn't look like it. At least not up here.
About it.
They thought about it back here, though. Bradley Reen does on Nelson.
Yeah, nothing like doing it to your teammate. Nelson was the fastest in practice.
But all square, they all made it work, and up the hill again.
Yep,
no crashes on lap 1, so that's good. No reason for a caution, at least.
No flipping like we saw at Road America. Seth Cole doesn't want to think about that.
True.
One pit stop here.
Chris Wilson trying to hound Gene Sanford. This would be for 9th.
Chris Wilson's streak of being in the top 5 in points in jeopardy fell down the 5th after he hasn't had a top 10 since 3 units, so it's been a struggle for Wilson.
And this is what we're basically going to be in for probably on Sunday, if you can tell. And pit stops to really make something out of this, probably.
This is one of the road courses. It's tough in road courses than are I can't get trusted for it.
As LaPlante tried to think about a move maybe on Braddock.
And with the 57 up there, that's not going to help matters at all either. As 45 laps, anything can happen. So
also isn't letting Fitzwater get away. That's one.
Yeah.
Thing.
Well, the other thing interesting to note too is the 36 is back, not in the top 18, and with it's hard to pass. That's not looking good for Allison Rain, who's 13th in the points, the lowest driver.
Has a consecutive start streak going on for like the first time in her career.
Yeah, and that's top 13. I'm not DNQ to race, and that might be in the books right there. Brett Momo, we talked about third in points, losing second after a crash last week, starting in the back. Running the Braden Ashkey for the first time in a couple weeks, only running that car on the West Coast now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe Gibbs bought out most of the schedule for this team, so.
Yeah, they're also going to run this next weekend when Ontario, was it Canada or is it California?
It's California.
California, so we're going to stay in California for 2 weeks. Well, besides Truck Series. Truck Series is going to Memphis, so.
Well, actually, only Cup is going to
Oh,
Ontario. I think the other
oh,
two series are both going to Memphis.
oh, nice. So we won't see Nick breeding in that race. We'll have one less car in the DNQ race.
As
One car holding on there.
Yep, Ozcon actually got 16th spot away from Marcus Ambrose, so he can move down on the road course ace, actually.
Yeah, new paint scheme for the one this week, too. We've seen Bass Pro Shops in that Charlotte scheme, so interesting right there. We see that. We got this National Day of Prayer back there at Anderson, who won 3 road course races last year, if I'm not mistaken, 4 Furniture Road Racing.
I think you are mistaken on that.
Didn't he run the 87?
Meanwhile,
Yeah, he won Barber.
Nick Breeding trying to hang on to 21st spot over Owen Miles, but Miles is going to have the outside line at turn 1.
I'm pretty sure he won Barber, Cleveland, and I can't remember the other one he won, but I know he won those 3. He also won in no, he didn't win in the Hooters Series, of course.
Meanwhile, Robert Pollard is holding up Seth Cole in 19th.
Yeah, that's for sure right there. As Owen Miles, well, look, shout out to the 96 team. They've moved up to 39th in points. Not looking, they got to get 3 more spots, but Owen Miles is kind of turning that program around. Unfortunately, that rumors are this is the last season for the 96, so a little too late to turn the team around.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Sponsorship obviously could help save him. Who knows?
Yeah, 15 of Breeding, who's
Oh!
actually 15.
Oh gosh, Schlitter and Shelley. I saw this out of the corner of my eye.
You'll see that on side by side.
Basically, what happened was it looks at least like Schluter came over into Shelley.
Yeah, we talked about Dean.
Paid the price.
And very shockingly, Amy Shelley, who's a very long-time veteran, 5 or 4 straight DNQs for Shelley. It's been a rough stretch for the Morgan McClure team. Steve Pollitt, 6
Noah
in the
Sewell's
points.
been passed for last by Daniel Bouchard.
That should be an automatic disqualification right there if that happens.
So definitely just did not get the setup right on that 09 car.
Yep, Diego Yepes up here. Brian James up here in 6th. Didn't win a road course last season. I know the only win was at Ontario last year. Not Ontario, it was, what was that for? Titantron or something like that?
Ontario?
Was it Ontario? Yeah, I didn't know if it had a special
Or
name. I know it was
Ontario, Orlando.
Orlando, that's what it was. Shout out to the 05 running local sponsorship. Well, we're gonna make this commentary interesting here. We're gonna talk about it. We don't get to do this usually because we have a lot of great battles. Stater Brothers on the 05. Shout out 18th in points for the 05. They're not determined. They're not going part-time this season. They're going the full deal, trying to get to the top 10 in points.
The first time they've been top 20 since that 2006 season. So.
It's been a while. 28, who's in the chase right now. A great chase battle. It's only separated by like 50 points between 9th and 11th.
So it is 349 points from first to second coming in. At some point, we're going to have to mention it. It is only one single race distance from second place to 9th.
The 57 as worst finish has been 16th. If they finish in the top 5 this week, we're going to have to look at the stat sheet and see the best.
Seth is
seriously.
Again trying to take a look at the 75. For 19th. It's the best battle on track, and it doesn't even matter for anything.
I know Jake Baskinger had like a really good season I can't think of the guy's name. Nick Mace or Noah Hart. One of the Hart brothers had a really good season.
That's what you're thinking of. That's Hart.
Sony Cup, yeah. I don't know about TM and Master or one of Seth's series or Dylan Poteet, but this is definitely end our history we're watching here.
As Seth cannot get around the 75, and the 75 can't close the gap on the 78 at all.
No. Even Jess, when she had her 500 points lead, she even had some races she crashed out. 57 is just in God mode. He's the Roman Reigns over here.
Ozcon has been re-overtaken by Ambrose. That was for 16th. We missed that pass. Sorry.
Well, I mean, we try to cover everything here. 37 car, Landon Smith Jr. Front row was decent last year with Eric Dane and Sam Young. This year, 53rd and 57th in the points. Yeah, or 58th, sorry. Not really a good start to the season for the 37th Front Row
also two
Motorsports.
rookies. As we've got pit stops. I saw someone's in pit lane. It's going to be... Oh, it's Sam Schluter. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was I thought it was an actual like strategy call, but that's damning.
Yes.
It could work for him as a strategy move, but...
So the 37 is a dodge. The 34's been getting support from Ernard Ganassi. So that's trying to help them out a little bit. Gene Sanford up in the 9th.
Ambrose
Yeah,
trying to pressure Landon Smith Jr. now.
Yeah, Ambrose had one of his second or third DNQ of the season last week. It was he was 13th, and he had his DNQ. The next highest was 19th. So Ambrose did not have a good week the last week here to come to this S's part of the track. A little sideways right
looked
there.
Like there was some potential battles. Yepes trying to close in on the 23. This is for 6th.
Yep, trying to see if he can make a move down here. Jeff James,
can't quite get there to turn 11.
Yeah, Jeff James, Gene Sanford finished second to Steve Pollard at Road America, the last road course we were at. So running 9th right now, that's good. Sam Shore 22nd pit stop. That's not gonna help.
It's not gonna help, but now he can get into some clean air. Might actually gain some time back.
Chris Wilson trying to go here. Yeah, Wilson's been top 5 in the points, I think, the last 48 races in a row. After a struggling week last week at Chicagoland after the free pass. 77's trying to get there too.
23's been in the pit wall with that damage on the left side.
Yep, so Chris Wilson is trying to extend that streak right here. It's still wide open. Who can make
going, basically.
Yeah.
LaPlante's been in the pit wall.
Everybody's been in the pit wall. Trying to keep that streak going. It's from 13th on up. From 13th to 2nd, it's a good balance. Who makes the chase. 44 and 47 can still get there, but they need a couple crashes to get there.
Well, and with the 47, you have to remember he can always go back on the wild card if he doesn't. So long as we kind of... Oh, Amy Shelley made her pit stop as well for the damage repair.
Yep, and 20. So gonna be still. There might be some passing under here.
I don't think they can make it the rest of the way though. That's the problem.
It'll be interesting to see how much time they gain on new tires and stuff. As we see, everybody's kind of closing up, and it just, with these cars, it's so hard to pass.
It's not enough. Well, we'll see what the lap time is for Noah Sewell at the back of the pack, and then we can compare it to what Sam Schluter does.
Yeah, Sam actually
Schluter was able to get ahead of Amy Shelley, just in that one lap fresher tires.
Yep, as we'll see right here, as the 09 is actually his best lap of the race last time.
His is a minute 17.8. Bouchard's actually trying to take a look at Brett Hill, our most recent pole sitter.
I think Brett Hill should DQ after that.
Well, and now we'll watch Sam Schluter come to the line. We'll see what he's doing as a lap time compared. And it's a good lap time because this will also be the first lap that he's on the track fully from pit lane.
Yeah, he's trying to put on a good hard lap on the track right here after those new tires. 4 cars driving in there. I knew that was coming.
Like, Amy Shelley's not going to exactly be a good representation of what the lap would be.
Yeah, I see the leaders.
That's the 13. Oh, never mind. Okay. I just didn't see the 29.
1:16.839. What did they run again?
So 1:17.2 to a 1:17.8. 0.6 quicker.
Okay. Yep. And
in the back of
MoMA.
MoMA trying to look a way around the 13, maybe.
I believe Paul Swanson's a former pole sitter here. I believe it was the Truck Series. Yeah, in the 03 truck, he finished 4th in that race, I believe. So Swanson does have some laps around here.
Also has some laps from the Hooter Series, I believe, doesn't he?
Yes, from last season in the 03, yes.
It's still Max Anderson holding down the spot. Ozcon's again gone back around Ambrose as those two continue to swap 16th spot.
Take a shot every time they pass each other for 16th.
As no one really looking all that close down into turn 7, making the run through the S's here at turn 9.
It's going to have to, let's see, 57 trying to get into this battle at the dismay over here. 57 usually does not run well in the duels. So a little scared for the race, but we'll see how we go. Not really a best laps.
Although this is a track where you kind of need to start well to finish well.
The dismay of Charles, through that comment, yes. As the 57 trying to press. We actually got sponsorship this week at least.
True. As still nothing going there. Nothing in that battle. You're talking about Jeff James kept going through and you weren't able to say much.
They keep. That's where they end the pit wall.
Yepes is trying to to make a move. Couldn't quite make a stick, though, on the 23.
It looks like they're hitting the pit wall, like a little opening at the end. 'Cause I saw the 88 hit it.
Yeah. They're still hitting that, which is unfortunately one of the reasons why we hadn't been using this version.
Well, at least they're not hitting the pit wall.
Yeah, they are. They're still hitting it. It's just not as frequent.
Yeah, which, I mean, at least it gives a little longer pit stop, so we have some passing at least.
Meanwhile, Ozcon trying to pressure Landon Smith Jr., trying to get away from the 47.
Yeah, Jeff James' first laps around. This is actually Jeff James' first time in a COT car here, so he hasn't had many laps here. This is actually the second time ever we ran COT. We ran the original Cup here with James Qualls as the last winner. What did you say?
I said in 07, yeah.
Yeah, we ran. James Qualls won that race handily in the Gibbs 11. And Gibbs is actually Gibbs affiliated cars won the last two races. Last year, the 96 was a Gibbs affiliated car.
Could this be the lap finally for Seth Cole? It is, as he makes the move into turn 11.
Yep, and finally, 12 laps of trying, 12 laps of frustration. Seth Cole gets by Robert Pollard.
Well, it's probably not been 12 laps trying to get around the 75. Yeah, Seth finally finally able to say over the radio that he is free. Tried to celebrate by hitting the pit wall a little bit. No damage done.
Yeah, which I mean, they're not hitting as frequently, but that's good for passing at least. It's up to
As
36.
Allison thought about it, couldn't make the move stick. Same for Bouchard on the 7. Sewell trying to take a peek, can't quite make it work. As these two continue to still go at it.
Now, last season, we started the 12 run out of provisional, but that didn't matter when we got to the chase. 36 is in danger of DNQing. If they don't make the top 18, they screwed.
Now, I will say, this lap right here kind of opens the pit window for being able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. I mean, you'd be a little bit close if you pit this lap, but next lap around, they could definitely make it, I think.
Yep.
I don't think the 70 and the 4 can make it, but we definitely think that they can start making it on fuel. And that, well, the 23 is going to risk it from 6th.
No risk it, no biscuit.
So if he can make it, this could be a great call for Brian James.
Well, he's got the damage too, so he's not going to be able to contention.
Well, he's still going to, he might lose a couple seconds on the pit stop, but he can easily gain that back. Being in the clean air.
Yep.
Oh, and he's not going to have one of those first 3 stalls, so. Minute 18.1, minute 18.9, okay. Meanwhile, James Qualls trying to close back in maybe on the 29. Brett Moma's still trying to close in on the 13.
Yeah,
and
Qualls
what that 23 pitting did actually do was free Yepes, actually.
Yeah, the 26 1 year in season 4, like I mentioned. Fitzwater won that, I believe it was Lime Rock last season in the Hooters series, so we wanted a road course
stop for the 23. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Where did he come out in relation? Okay, there's the 70.
He beat him big time. Holy
yeah, he's
crap.
way ahead of him. 29, Fitzwater's going to pit.
And this is not going to be good.
Well, so this is going to be the interesting one then, because... Oh, and he's the only... No, okay, one other car's pitting. I think this is 37 back there.
Well, I like that we have mixed strategy here. At least something's happening.
So, yeah, Fitzwater pits from first. I think that's Landon Smith Jr. from 16th. Robert Pollard from 19th.
Battle right there.
Pitting. Propley and Steve Pollard, that is for 28th, or at least was. It's now 25th with the pit stops, so.
Yeah, we'll see how the 29 ends up. Let's see.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Oh, lengthy delay. Oh, this is for the damage right here.
Yep.
Bradley Reams on pit lane. So is Brett Hill. Where does Brian James come out in this? 29's released after 26 seconds stationary on pit lane.
Oof.
There's the 37. Here's the 23 coming out.
Oh, and it might crash. Oh, God.
But
29 still going to beat
stayed
him out.
ahead of him.
Wow, after that long.
Oh, the 70's back in. Qualls pits. Same with Swanson. MoMA. Yepes is going to come in. Charles Sanford, Chris Wilson comes in. There's Ambrose. Owen Miles is in this lap. So is Hodak, Onjak, Rain. I like that call for Allison. Bouchard's in as well.
And the car that we did not want to lead is leading.
Well, he's also going for the overcut, which I don't think is the call.
Well, he doesn't have one in the first 3 pit stalls, so that does help a little bit.
Gene Sanford loses a little bit of time. Everyone just hits the curb, basically. Seth Cole now has reeled in Max Anderson.
I
Got
don't
rid of
mind
the 75. He's now caught the 78.
Yeah, they're not hitting the wall every lap, but that at least gives us a little bit of change of position on track for preparing the damage. So I don't really mind that as much, because at least we have some overtaking happening.
Well, I would expect everyone else that hasn't pit to come in this time, because this is like the very edge of the... This is about 15 laps, about as far as I've seen, as far as teams said that they could probably go, is what I will say.
So Paul has started 5th. I don't remember who started 4th. Whoever started 4th is going to have a good pit stop.
I believe that was MoMA.
So MoMA's going to be the one to watch, I think, because he's in 10th right now.
Well, Qualls came out actually ahead of MoMA. Then Swanson, Yepes came out ahead of Fitzwater.
Wow.
There's Ambrose.
Great undercut for that.
Hodak, Sanford.
Nice
Sanford gets the spot away from the 55.
Now let's see what the 57 comes up.
The Hodak not quick to really let that one go. Here he comes back at the 05.
He's pushing too.
Might actually get him into turn 11 here if he's good about this move. No.
Not enough talent. 67.
Bouchard around the outside of Chris Wilson. What?
On pace.
Brett Hill's under attack from Robert Pollard.
That was on pace, the 67 pass over top 5 of the points.
Qualls is going to be first. It looks like Amy Shelley is now going to be 1 lap down.
Jesus.
So not a great day for the 4. Looks like Paul Swanson 3rd. Fitzwater got around Yepes for 4th. Here comes Ambrose, a great stop for the 47 team. Brian James King up there as well.
One special. Oh, this is going to get treacherous. This is going to get treacherous.
As Brian James gets the spot away from Gene Sanford.
So,
57 did lose a lot of ground actually on the overcut.
Ooh, 37.
Landon Smith Jr. goes wide. 28 might be a little bit too close to Gene here to make anything happen into turn 11. Back here comes the 37.
Whoa.
Smiths might be thinking about 3 wide into turn 11. He gets the 2-for-1 special.
That was a great move by Landon Smith Jr.
And Braddock gets stuck behind the 87. Seth's attacking the 57 now.
Yep.
And we got Noah Sewell making the move on Jeff James back here. Max Anderson lost a ton of ground. And it's a 5-second lead for James Qualls as Reed tries to go around the outside of the 78. Gets the move done, maybe, not quite, clear into turn 1.
Matt McIntyre, probably terrible stops too.
McIntyre's 32nd, Cropley 33rd. Schluter has already made his 2 stops. He's 34th. But it is Qualls. Shelley is a lap, not 2 laps down, is a lap down. Yeah. The transfer spot now is Allison Rain.
Oh my God.
She has shot clock cheesed this.
That's an understatement of the shot clock piece.
But she might be on older tires too, so here comes RJ Reynolds trying to
57.
take away that 18th spot.
The 57, that was not a good pit call because they have dropped down to 14. Bouchard is 22nd. What?
On pace.
Yes.
It is a 6-second lead for Qualls. 3rd is Swanson. 4th is
on top 10.
Yepes is 5th. It is 6th place for Marcus Ambrose after he was running in 17th. Brian James is 7th on his massive undercut. 8th place is Landon Smith Jr. 9th is Gene Sanford. 10th to Ozcon. 11th is Braddock. 12th Owen Miles. Seth Cole's up to 13th. Pollard's back to 14th. Ali Nelson, Charles Sanford, Mitchell Hodak, and Allison Rain right now are the top 18.
Whoa,
way out
Bart.
wide for the 67. Same for the 27.
Chris Wilson's already having an embarrassing enough day. He's got to stay back there.
Well, and I mean, anyone that's lower than 20 seconds having an embarrassing day.
Yeah, pretty much. If the 67 made this race on pace, I think we'd have to redo it.
Well, luckily for us, I don't think anyone's going to have to pit strategy this, so I think we're safe in that regard.
Fitzwater lost a lot of time in that. Ozcon entered the top 10. He passed Bill Bragg Jr., so that's good for him.
As
73's
Hodak
there.
pressuring Sanford, can't quite make the move yet for 16th. Looking at the back there as we go into turn 11, nothing happening yet. Oh, Sanford got the wall really good there.
Yeah, I don't mind it as much because at least it's giving us some passing in the race. 67's all getting pressure to hell back there.
Yeah, that's by LaPlante. Now Hodak trying to maybe smelling blood a little bit on the 05. Here comes RJ Reynolds
Oh, God.
looking for
RJ.
the 18th spot.
What are you doing, RJ?
I mean, RJ has to race in as well. He cannot fall back on points.
Ooh, RJ's going to do the little... Oh, RJ
And
lost
he
a little
lost
bit
a
of
little
time
bit
there.
of time there. Same for
Yep.
the 55 on the 05.
57,
And
11.
Nelson lost ground on the 57.
Yeah, James, well, the 26 has never won a points race before, so, I mean, it might be good for him. 11 car trying to catch
won
right
some
here.
Duels, though, in that car.
Yes. He had the 57. On the newest tires in the field, too.
Well, not able to get close enough yet. Breeding's sniffing around on the 46 a little bit there. Can't quite get close enough.
Yep. Bouchard's actually behind the 15.
And ran his
He
fast
was.
lap of the race the last time by.
Is that, wow, where does that rank him in the field?
Meanwhile, RJ sniffing there for the 36 again. The minute 17 fastest lap there. It is the slowest.
And he's 22nd.
It is the slowest, fastest lap of the race. Hodak thought about it, not close enough into turn 7.
I think the 73's got the better car, but Allie Nelson's going to make that bumper wide.
Well, and Allison's starting to catch up to the 55 a little bit as Hodak's falling off the 05.
Yep, and the lead just continues to grow. I mean, James Qualls is putting the afterburners in. The one car is actually
Well,
past
this
the
is a
87.
former Sonoma winner, isn't he?
Yeah, he
in
won
the
season
11
4 for
actually.
Gibbs. Yep.
As
Amy
RJ
Shaw
made the
nailed
move!
it. Oh no!
That's for the transfer spot. So Ray now on the outside looking in. Sanford makes the move on Nelson. That's for 15th.
Yep.
And now can
Oh.
Hodak get around the 11?
That is painful for Allison Rain.
And Austin LaPlante still can't get around the 67.
Steve Pollock crashed in qualifying, but he's up to 23rd, so good job for Steve Pollock.
As RJ maybe trying to get around the 55, Hodak trying to pressure the 11. Will something happen amongst these guys to actually allow Allison Rain back into the top 18?
Gotta give a
Breeding
big shot.
taking a look into turn 7. Can't get there.
The 67's good on the slow corners. They just suck on the straights.
True. Actually, they just ran their fast lap again. Still the slowest. But now it's actually a lot closer of a fast lap.
Yep.
Brett MoMA actually the quickest car in this race.
8 lost a
As
second.
Hodak can't quite get there this time. 73 can't get close enough either. And
But what lap
Honda
did they
can't
pit?
get close enough to the 36.
Now, some guys pitted on lap 12, so that's only 12 laps they can go. That's lap 24.
Well, like I said, when I talked to teams in the garage, they were saying they could. There was a few that were saying the max that they could go would be 15. Meanwhile, Breeding taking a look at the 46, LaPlante taking a look at the 67,
That's not a good place to try it.
and has to let it go again.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at least they're attempting. I can give you that. That's better than last year. They were at least attempting.
As LaPlante couldn't quite get an opening on the 67 there. Nothing going into turn 7. The spot where on the opening lap we've seen them be able to make moves. They can't make it today, at least.
Yeah.
It looks like it's the train behind Nelson right now that's going to decide who makes this race.
Samet Ozkan is also past the 37. Ozkan wins the
Ozkan's
passing
up to
award.
8. He was 10th.
Yeah, he's 11th too. And now he's winning the passing award today. 57 is all over Seth.
Yeah, he's actually catching the 23 now.
That car is
Watch
fast.
Ozkan, because it looks like he might have another spot in mind. He might go up to 7th.
Yep, and I wonder if anybody.
Now the 23 pit the first out of all these guys, so that's
he's going to be the turn. The 57 is the best one on fuel right now.
True. Is Ozkan attacking the corners, trying to find some way around the 23 now.
Yep.
In the battle for 7th.
Yep, and that beautiful new paint scheme they brought this week too, the G Electric.
General Electric.
Yeah.
The sponsor. Meanwhile, Nelson, Sanford having to go defensive on the 11.
Almost lost in the brakes right there. So I don't think the 23 would pit this lap. It'd be the next one would be the telltale sign.
Well, can Ozkan make a move on the 23 coming down towards turn 11?
That one car is fast.
I don't think he's going to be close enough this time.
No, I don't think so.
So we go back to the battle for the transfer spot. And Allison Rains lost a lot of ground on this.
Yep. 73 trying.
73 went a little bit wide though. Missed the apex.
Yep. Not a good corner by him right here. And 96.
Seth might have an opening on the 96. Can't quite get close enough.
Yeah, the one car smelling blood right here with the 23, like you said.
Basically, the way to get the move set up, at least for turn 7, is you basically cannot take the curb at 3A there. And then you have to be set up well enough for turn 7.
Oh,
28 is not. And then if you don't make it through turn 7, you really have to try and set it up to where you can go around the outside of turn 10.
Now let's see. Now any point if the 23 pits, then you'll know they will. But if they don't pit, 23 got wide there.
Ozkan's setting up. He might get the move done this. He might be able to have a shot at this move this time. We'll see if depends on the line he takes. He avoids the curb, so he might have a shot at this.
23 not pitting. That's a good sign.
Not close enough that time. Meanwhile, back here, RJ not quite close enough to get the 55. Rain's not close enough either. Steve Pollard's gone around Austin LaPlante.
Yeah, Chris Wilson struggling there. There are a lot of guys back here. Matt McIntyre probably.
And the 26 has caught the 70.
This could be interesting. They crash in the S's. This could be good news for the 02.
Well, I mean, the 26 is still even extending the lead.
Yeah,
so,
that's the bad thing. One car. Oh my God.
Ozkan's a lot closer now than he was.
Yeah, Ozkan is pressuring the crap out of him.
This is a good line. He might be able to. He might be close enough to try it into 7. Nope, he's going to try and settle for setting it up for turn 11.
See what he can do right here. Try and see. Now we'll see if the
3 laps
23
of
will
setup
pit
for this potential move here.
Yeah. But hey, at least it's a battle.
He's got a little bit of the curb there. And I don't think he's going to have it there. Field's coming with a 1 to go this time.
Yeah, nobody's going to pit right here. Death in the 57 might have a battle here, but man, what a pain for Allison Rain. Allison's got a dive bomb.
Not close enough.
You're gonna have to push the gas pedal a little down, a little
Actually, no,
harder
I
in the
think they're
corner.
coming to 2 to go. I think 26
2 to
is
go.
already at the line when I said that. So yeah, so
Yes.
they're 2 to go now. Yepes is all over Fitzwater.
That could be interesting right there.
I mean, this battle doesn't mean anything for starting spot because Fitzwater is already on the front row.
Yep. Yepes, who is not even the top 42, this is going to help him.
Ozcon again
Here we go.
thought about it into turn 4. That's not a passing spot.
And you can clearly tell by the time lost that was not.
Meanwhile, Braddock trying to pressure Gene Sanford. Seth Cole's now all over the 96.
Yep.
36
So
thought about it on the 73.
So you want to be the first or the second one. Hitting the last wave did not work out for the 57 at all.
Is right. You do want to be the first one to pit last.
Yeah.
Here
we go.
As
23 is not dark.
not close enough.
Yep. Anybody darting onto pit low in here? Nope. Nobody darts.
No, those are not pitting lines. Rain not close enough yet. She's almost going to need an issue for someone ahead of her.
Yep.
None of these battles right here, or potential battles, matter. As
And
James
James
Qualls
Qualls
can just chill behind the 70.
Yeah, this is going to be about an hour and a half long video. Jeez. And here comes the 26. Just don't battle him. That's all I got to do, James.
Don't battle him and you'll start third. Well, no, third or fourth.
Yeah. And James Qualls.
Oh,
God.
See, is the one any closer? No, not really.
Oh,
And
Qualls.
Qualls is actually going to try this
If he
into
crashes
turn 11. He's going to get the move done. That was to lap the 70, so Schluter's going to finish a lap down in this duel.
Well, that wasn't a hard pass. He made it easy for him. It's off the corner. Here we come.
And James Qualls wins Duel 1.
The 57 is going to start at the 20, so that's at least somewhat good, I guess.
Shelley across the line, lap down. Brett Moma second. Swanson third. Fitzwater is going to be a distant 19 seconds back, but he does keep the car in one piece. Yepes in
37.
5th. He will advance. Ambrose was 6th.
Yeah, I got him.
Ozcon got it.
Taskmaster, man.
And RJ Reynolds, the final transfer spot. So Allison Rain, 13th in points, will DNQ.
But used all the provisionals. First driver in Coke Vanilla history to run out of, DNQ running out of
Well,
provisionals.
okay, we can't say that. It depends. Obviously, at this point, we don't know if the 13th place spot would be good enough to get the Provo. But even if it was, she cannot use it.
Yes.
So that is going to be the first DNQ for Allison Rain since, I want to say probably the Coke 600 last year.
Yeah, it's been a while for Qualls.
For Allison.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
I don't know when her last DNQ was, but she was. Oh no, it would be actually later than that because she made the last 7 races of 2008, and then now this is race 13. It was like a 21 race consecutive start streak. But it is James Qualls. We went through the drivers who raced in. We won't do the any of the. Basically, what we'll do is we'll just take the break and we'll bring you back for Duel 2.